hello and welcome. This will be another hacking quiz. You guys seemed to love it last time, so let's continue. The game is, I show you a picture, you tell me how to hack it, and if you don't know, I will tell you. Let's get started. Number 1. So, for context, we essentially landed on a Linux host, and now we're trying to find a way to privisk. So we are now running Who Am I All, and we start with the privileges, right? So these are the privileges of this host. Do you think this is exploitable? Yes or no? And regardless of what you guess, I'm going to tell you after, but what do you think? What do you think? Does this look exploitable or not? I would say no. Some of these privileges sounds very dangerous, right? Like the SE increase working set privilege. That sounds incredibly malicious, right? But it really isn't. None of these privileges is particularly dangerous. The most interesting, I think, is the SE shutdown privilege, is the fact that we're able to shut down machine, because this allows us to do some service attacks. But yeah, I'm not going to go into that now, but yeah, that's definitely covered in the course and in the chains and everything, right? But yeah, that's really, nothing here looks particularly interesting. Just for me, SE shutdown is nice to notice. Let's continue. So these are essentially the groups, right? So this is a part of the output when you run Who Am I All. So these are the groups we're in. Does any of this look exploitable to you or not? What do you think? For me, absolutely, I think yes. So we can see that we are actually in the medium mandatory level. We're in the medium mandatory level, and we are in the administrators group, right? That's the most important part. So we literally have a local admin on this machine right here. But why are we only seeing these privileges, right? Normally when you have a proper admin, you see a ton of privileges. These are just a few privileges. And we're also running under mandatory level, medium mandatory level label, right? This essentially means that we need to perform an attack called USC bypass, okay? Now, USC bypass, when you have a GUI, right? When you have like a RDP session, when you can actually open up PowerShell and you can look at the graphical applications. Like USC bypass then is incredibly easy. All USC bypass means is just to find a way to make this session right there properly run as administrator, right? Because clearly administrator has a lot more privileges, so we know that something is wrong when we have such few privileges, but we are actually in the administrators group, okay? So if you see that combination, then you know for a fact that you need to perform USC bypass, okay? And this is very simple. When you're in RDP, you just open up PowerShell and you right-click Run as admin, and that's basically all you need, okay? But in a terminal, or when you have a shell like this that isn't graphical, you actually have to perform an attack called USC bypass. So in my notes, I definitely cover this. And we can see that in this section, USC bypass right here, but then we have different attacks like auto elevate and environment variables and USC bypass with this particular binary right here. And you can try the different attacks. The one that I will essentially attempt in this scenario is going to be not for the helper, the one I'm looking at right here, but the event viewer. Again, so it's pretty much just to follow all of this, and you can also find it by just looking up online, etc. But yeah, I have it in my notes right here for just convenience. That is what I'm going to be performing to elevate my rights, or to essentially get the rights that I already had. I just had to bypass the USC. Okay. So we can see that I have run all of the commands earlier, right? So I'm not going to show all of the output, but then after I've set up everything correctly, like following the nodes, I run event view right here, and I actually get a shell. Okay. That's because I made all of the registry changes, I transferred netcat over, etc. And I essentially just follow the nodes. And what's going to be important now is that when I run Who Am I All on both of them, look at the difference. This is the shell that we had before, right? I'm technically an MS group, but this is nothing, no privileges. And now I have all of the privileges that I should have, okay? So from this scenario, I could not do things like dump hashes or anything like that. But in this scenario, I can do whatever I want because I bypassed USC. You did not know of USC bypass. That's definitely something that you should know of for like CPTS and OSCP. Very, very, very important. But yeah, hope you enjoyed the quiz. Hope you learned something new. And have an awesome, awesome day, everyone. And if you find this video useful, then you're absolutely gonna love this. We have a massive, free-to-try, 25-hour plus OSCP course that you can see that people are just absolutely loving. That inside gives you all of the resources that you need to crush the OSCP. We have a massive roadmap that literally covers everything. We cover initial access, privilege escalation, Windows and Linux. We cover Active Directory. We cover post-exploitation. We cover lateral movement. We cover pivoting, tunneling. We cover the exam. We cover the reporting. We cover all of the attacks that you need and all of the techniques that you need for OSCP. We also cover all the rooms that you need to do, and all of the rooms is linked inside. We cover Active Directory chains as well, and we literally cover everything. And you will instantly get all of these resources once you join. So click the link down below, try it completely for free. I'll see you inside.